Well, the U.S. is deploying destroyers and thousands of Marines towards Venezuela as President Trump looks to crack down on cartels and the Maduro regime. They could reportedly reach the country's coast as soon as tomorrow. Here to discuss is Dissident Project speaker and an immigrant from Venezuela, Jorge Galicia, along with PragerU political commentator and Venezuelan political refugee, Franklin Camargo. So great to have you both on. I'm going to start with you, Jorge. What is the reaction of Venezuelans? I know you guys are in close contact with people who are living there right now. Over 70–80% of the country voted for the opposition party against Maduro. How are they feeling in this moment, knowing that these destroyers are coming so close to the Venezuelan coast?
Well, first of all, Rachel, thank you for having me again. I think many people in Venezuela are extremely optimistic. They cannot really be loud about it because they're facing a terrible criminal regime. If they express their gratitude towards the United States government and towards President Trump for the pressure he's adding against Maduro, they're going to face horrible consequences. That's why you don't really see a lot of expressions coming out of Venezuela. But you know, I have people there. I talk to them. They are happy.
Yeah, I spoke to one of the opposition activist who was holed up in that embassy for over a year before she was rescued. And I asked her, and she said it's a silent euphoria. And so while they're quietly celebrating what President Trump is doing right now in Venezuela, and frankly for the whole Western Hemisphere, Franklin, meanwhile, Venezuelans who are living abroad are putting out the most remarkable TikTok, Instagram videos I've ever seen. We're seeing the destroyers coming into the ocean and the planes coming overhead, and YMCA playing, and just the euphoria from the dissident community who's abroad is so palpable, and thankful to the administration. Give us more context to that.
Yes, the Venezuelan people recognizes that the Trump administration is probably one of the biggest allies that Venezuelan freedom fighters have had over the last 25 years. Is someone who has recognized that Maduro is not just a threat to South America, it's not just a threat to Venezuelans, but it's also a threat to the American people. And I think this is the most important thing to mention right now. When we talk about Nicolas Maduro, when we talk about the Venezuelan regime, we're not just talking about a government that we dislike or a dictatorship, a soft dictatorship. We're talking about a narco state, a government that produced over 25% of the entire cocaine that is produced in the entire world. It's also a regime that sent trend